doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to come check out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to do smoked slow cooker shredded beef. Now this is a great recipe in the wintertime around the holidays, cooking in the slow cooker, because it produces such wonderful aromas in your house, and it really kind of gives you that great feeling you get around the holidays. My wife actually was telling me that's one of her greatest memories as a child, is coming in from a cold day and just having that wonderful smell when she walked into the house of a hearty meal, home-cooked meal being cooked in a slow cooker. Now the reason I decided to do it in a slow cooker today is because my wife told me that that was a good memory of hers. Otherwise I would have normally just smoked it or maybe sous vide it. I got a couple 3-pound beef chuck steaks here. I am going to smoke them for a couple hours just to get some smoke flavor on it. You know me, I love smoke flavor. And then I'm going to throw it all into the crock pot or the slow cooker and put it on low for the whole afternoon and just fill the house with these wonderful aromas. The other reason I'm doing it is because my wife went up to the local mountains to meet her sister and kids along with my son and daughter, because we had a big storm come through the last couple days. We got around 2 inches of rain here in Southern California, which is almost unheard of, and they got around 6 to 8 inches of snow in the local mountains. My son and daughter never even seen snow, so they rented a cabin and they went up there, and they're playing in the snow right now, but they're going to be coming back home later on this evening, and I want them all to come into the house and have it filled with that delicious home-cooked meal, hearty meal that's going to warm you from the inside out. Now the great thing about this recipe, A, it's super easy. B, there's so many variations. Once you do the basic dish, you can add some additional ingredients to make it into a number of different dishes. For example, if you want to turn it into a beef stew, add carrots, potatoes, celery, then you have a beef stew. If you want to have like a shredded beef barbecue sandwich, add some barbecue sauce to it, serve it on some nice rolls with some coleslaw and melted cheese. You got a barbecue beef sandwich. If you're going for Asian, you can add, soy, ginger, serve it over rice, turn it into kind of an Asian infused dish. If you want to make a Mexican dish, shredded Mexican beef, you can add cumin and cilantro and other Mexican spices. So you kind of get the idea. I'm going to keep it real simple. I'm going to season it with basic ingredients. We got the salt, the garlic, black pepper, onion powder, and then once I get it in the crock pot, I'm going to throw in some peppers, some onions, some mushrooms, and some beef stock, and it's going to be kind of like a keto version beef stew, because I'm still on the keto diet, so I'm limiting my carb intake, so no potatoes. I'm going to save all my carbs for the beer review later on. So anyway, super easy recipe. I know it's cold this time of year. We don't get out to smoke and barbecue, particularly if you live in other parts of the country that have lots of snow. So this is something you could still do inside. And you don't have to smoke it like I'm going to do. You could just throw it all in the slow cooker and cook it that way, and it's going to come out delicious. But the rain has ended. It's been 3 days of rain, and the sun has come out, and I figured, you know what? I got time. I'm going to throw this on the kettle grill, get a couple hours smoke on these before I throw it in the slow cooker. So stick around. I'm going to show you how to make this dish step by step. Let's get cooking. So the first thing you want to do is season the meat before you either put it in a slow cooker or before you smoke it. If you're going to do like an Asian inspired or Mexican, then add the spices you desire. I'm keeping this very simple. I just added kosher salt, ground black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And don't be afraid if you over season it. These are big pieces of meat. I mean, these are each 3-pound chuck roast, so you're not going to over season it. So there you go. I'm going to go outside, fire up my kettle grill, and I'll meet you guys outside. I got some apple and hickory woods in there, and I did just one side because I want it to burn from side to side. I'm just going to pour these in now, and I'm going to try to close the vents maybe halfway to a quarter, and try to get it so I could stabilize the temperature anywhere from 220 to 240 degrees. So, alright, so here we are. I just put a little piece of wood that just caught fire on the one side. I put a thermometer in here. I'm not going to probe these because it's not really important. My main goal here is to get some smoke on these things and hopefully form a nice little bark. I started now, lower vent, top vent, quarter open, and then around 15-20 minutes I'll see what the temperature is. If it needs to go hotter, I'll open the vents up a little bit. If it needs to be colder, close the vents a little bit. Like I said, 220 to 240. And probably at least 2 hours, maybe all the way up to 3. It depends. So put your vent side over the meat, whoops, so that smoke can travel across from the right side where it's burning, across the meat, and then out on the one side here. Right, it's been around an hour and 10 minutes. I did get it stabilized at around 220, but I haven't been out here in around 45 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, we're still at 220. Perfect. Getting some nice color. My fire's still going good. Still got quite a few unlit charcoals and got some wood over there. So I think we gonna let it go another hour, hour and a half, and we should be done. So there you go, guys. Real easy. I'll let it continue to smoke. We'll be back in another hour, hour and a half. It'll probably be time to take them off. 146. Let's see this one. Oh, this one's almost 147. So you know what? These are fine. The main point of this this step is to get this nice dark bark on there. Get some smoke. You can see it's nice and juicy on top. I'm going to take these off, throw them in the slow cooker, add the other ingredients, and let them simmer for a while. So I'll meet you inside when we throw these in the crock pot. I just wanted to show everyone I'm inside in the kitchen under a brighter light than it was outside. It's already getting dark. Just wanted you to take a look at these. Man, they look great. You can smell some smoke on them. Man, they look good. So I'm going to get them in the crock pot. I'll show you what to throw in there in just a second. Alright, so here we are back inside. I have a very big slow cooker crock pot. It's 7 quart. That's why I decided to cook 2 of these. Now what I have in here is 1 medium onion chopped and 2 green peppers that I've chopped into pieces. I'm going to lay that on the bottom here. It's going to serve as a little base. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put each chuck roast on top. Man, these are absolutely, there's so much juice coming off these already. Look at this. So much juice. Hope I can squeeze these both in there. Oh yeah. Let's see, can I get these leveled up? Look at that. Alright, now we're going to add a little bit of fluid. First thing, Worcestershire sauce. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. I'm not measuring it. I'm just going to give it a little dab on top. This adds some good beefy flavor. Just like that. Later on I'll taste it and I'll add more if I think it's required. Now whenever you cook something like this and you've already pre-seasoned the meat, when you're going to add some broth, try to get the reduced sodium. You can always add salt after the fact, but you can't take it out. That's why I always get low sodium. So now I'm going to pour some of this beef broth in here. And it'll start cooking in its own juices. Oh, this is going to smell lovely. Now I'm just going to cook this. I'm probably going to start off on high. It's around 3 in the afternoon. I'm expecting the family home maybe between 6 and 7, hopefully. So I'm going to do it on high initially just to get the heat up, maybe a light simmer, and then I'll probably turn it down to low. I mean, this is already pretty hot. I just took it off the kettle grill. And we'll see how it is. I'm not going to add any more liquid at this point because I think we're going to get some more liquid as this breaks down and heats up. So that's it. I'm going to turn it on high. we'll come back periodically and check it out. So it's been around an hour and 10 minutes. I got a little distracted. Let's take a look at it. Back up, the steam's gonna steam up the camera. Okay, it's starting to simmer. Oh, does it smell delicious and smoky. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down to low now, and we're just gonna let it go. I want to get it to the point where I can shred this easily. So yeah, man, it's looking good. Oh, all right, we'll let it do its thing. I'll be back shortly. You know what time it is, everyone? Beer review time. Elysian Brewery out of Seattle, Washington. I've tried quite a few of their beers. Very good. Haven't tried this one, so. Dayglow IPA. It's got the lasers coming out of the eyes there. Kind of unique. This is Indian Pale Ale. 7.4% alcohol. So looking good. So man, I'm looking forward to trying this. Alright. And man, I have to tell you, just opening this up for that last scene, the amount of aroma that got sent out into this kitchen, oh my goodness. It smells so good. Like I said, one of my favorite reasons for using the slow cooker is the smell that the whole house is filled up with. But then of course, you know, the main reason is it's so easy to use. You just throw the food in, you turn it on, and it's one of those things where it could be completely unattended, sitting on low all day. You go to work, come back, delicious meal. Anyway, as always guys, I appreciate you watching my video. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, please subscribe. So first thing you notice, kind of cloudy. Looks a little like a wheat beer going on in here. Oh, definitely smell hops. Maybe a little bit of pineapple, maybe? Something tropical. Maybe tangerine? Well, here goes nothing. Oh, that's good. Alright, fruit right off the get-go. Tangerine, pineapple. And then you got a little bit of that bitterness of the hops at the end, but the sweetness of the fruit kind of blends in. It's very good. It's a very good balance between the two. Yeah, I've really been impressed with this brewery. I've tried quite a few of their beers. If I'm ever up in Seattle, Washington, I'll have to go visit the brewery because they make some good stuff. So there you go, guys. I turned it down to low. The simmering has gone down a little bit. Now it's just a very slow simmer, which is exactly what we want. And I got a call from the wife. They're just started heading down the mountain. It's around a 3-hour ride, so it's around. They'll probably get here around 7:30 or 8. So they're going to be here later than normal. But this has got a keep warm feature. Once this meat is tender enough to shred, I'll turn it down to keep warm. And I'll add the mushrooms too. I didn't add the mushrooms initially because they release a lot of liquid and they cook very fast. So I'll add that in the final stage. But anyway, until then, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the smell of this. And I'm going to enjoy this delicious beer. And we'll be back shortly when we're ready to shred this. Thanks again, guys. Cheers. Alright, it's been 3 hours exactly after I put it in here. The first just over an hour was on high, and then the last 2 hours been on low. Ooh, it smells wonderful. I'm just going to take some temperature readings, see what this meat is registering at. Yep, 200 on both. I'm going to rotate the meat like this. Give it a little bit of stir with those onions and peppers too. Oh, this one's already kind of falling apart. And then I'll come back and we'll shred this up. So here we are. I shredded it up. Look at this smoke ring. I shredded it up. I'm going to throw it back in. I'm going to add a little bit more beef stock, get a nice gravy going, and I'm going to throw in some mushrooms. We'll let that simmer and we'll be back shortly. Alright, so I've had everything simmering for a few minutes. Oh, it looks absolutely wonderful. I'm going to pull some out here, just show you this wonderful smoke ring. I'm just going to put it out here. cutting board. Here we are with the whole family, my wife Monica, my son Kyle, Ava Grace. Did you guys have fun in snow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so let's try this. I grabbed a fork for everyone.
Yep, it's December 7.
Oh, by the way, it smelled amazing. I pulled up in front of the house, and I kid you not, opened the door, and I'm like, oh my gosh, something
Our
smells delicious.
neighbors were wondering
Are you
what the heck that
excited
smell
for
was.
Christmas Day? It's so gonna be so fun.
Alright, come on.
Stuff like
I
that.
put some mushrooms and
Okay.
some green peppers and onions on top.
Oh wow!
Okay.
We made ourselves more Christmassy for this video.
Mmm.
Yeah, we tried to stay up with the dinner.
That has so much flavor.
First question. Can you taste the smoke? I smoked it for around 3 hours.
Oh wow!
I can
Definitely.
smell the smoke.
You can
see the
smell it? No, I can smell it
Very
too.
good.
My Kyle, me, and my dog.
Man, it's so good. The
Very
smoke is so prominent on it.
Yeah, you can see the smoke ring.
As always, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. If you like what you see, hit the like button. Check out my website. I'll leave a link above, ericsmokingbbq.com. And I appreciate you watching again. Happy holidays from me and the family.
And Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas. We'll see you next time,
Merry
guys.
Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Happy whatever you celebrate.
There you go.
Bye.
I guess Happy Christmas. Okay.
All right, we'll see ya. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.